everyone, welcome back to the Hynt Beauty YouTube channel. My name is Ashley, and today we are talking about the Finale Finishing Powder from Hynt Beauty. A great item and total makeup staple for anybody, whether you wear a little bit of makeup, whether you wear none, or whether you wear this much. You gotta have a little bit of setting powder in your life. It helps to reduce the excess oils that our skin produces, as well as set the makeup if you are wearing it. You could also use it to set concealer on the eyelids to act as a primer. It's kind of the best thing ever. So from Hynt Beauty, the Finale setting powder comes in this beautiful pink tube. It's gonna run you $59, and inside, though, that sounds like a lot, but inside we get one full-size jar of the product. We do also get a travel-sized jar of the product. And then we get the flat top kabuki brush to apply this with. And this is one of my favorite Hynt Beauty brushes ever. So it really is a great value, and you get a ton of product inside. In the full-sized one, you have 8 grams. In the Finale to go, you have 2 grams. And then we have the beautiful flat top kabuki brush. So the value is great, and this would last you forever. For real, it would. So this powder does also come in 3 different shades. Very much important to note when we are deciding on which one is the best for us. The one I am demoing for you today is Translucent Pearl. This is meant to reduce redness without adding any additional color or any additional weight. So anyone of any skin type can use this one, or any skin tone rather. But it does work best on light skin tones, because sometimes that white can be ashy on a deep skin, but it all depends on the amount that you are applying. We do also have the shade Translucent Sand, and Translucent Sand has a little bit of a skin tone and is also meant to color correct. And finally, we have the shade Neutral Yellow, which yellow definitely neutralizes redness in just a more intense way and adds a little bit of, it's sort of like a banana powder, so this works better on someone of a medium to a deep complexion. So once we ask ourselves what shade in the Finale setting powder we need to pick up, it's then important to ask, well, what makes this powder so special? Why do I want to go out and spend $59 on this thing? Well, it is formulated with the beautiful ingredient of organic arrowroot. Arrowroot is really great for absorbing excess oils. It is also great for helping treat dry, irritated, tired skin, which I think all of us have at least one of those things. I think I pretty much have all 3, but it doesn't irritate it at all because of the super simple ingredients inside of it. Now, what does the Finale powder claim to do? And then I will show you guys exactly what it does and how to apply it. Well, the Finale setting powder is said to blur with a non-drying satin finish, which it definitely does. Underneath my eyes, I'm really picky about what powder I use, because sometimes it can suck out the moisture and make it look liney and crepey. My under eyes just look smooth, perfect, love it. It sets the makeup for all day wear, which is really important, but I really notice a difference with this powder in particular as far as oil absorption. And my skin is still quite dry with disregards to the T-zone. Sometimes I can get a little bit of oil production there. And I also like setting my eyes with on my under eyes with something like that, because that sort of moisture is what can cause your makeup to crease and transfer. And it is also said to help soften and blur the edges, which it definitely does, because if you guys didn't know, this powder is actually triple milled, so it is so insanely soft to the touch, it almost feels like nothing. So it's really weightless on the skin, and that's why all my men out there, if you have very oily skin, feel free to hit your face with a little bit of this as well. It will help with the absorption, and will also sort of give like a natural Photoshop kind of look, which who doesn't like that? And you don't need to wear any makeup underneath to get that effect. So let's get right into the application of this. If you want to use your entire Hynt Beauty system, that is what I'm going to be using today, and that is also what I think it works beautifully with. So starting with the concealer, I use the Duet Concealer in the shade Light. They have just repackaged this. I wanted to lightly touch on that. It is no longer that sort of whipped consistency. It's now the texture of something like the RMS Pots, so it makes it really easy to use. I just like to use the warmth of my finger to apply this, and you're going to see I have to apply this before I do my foundation foundation because I'm using powder foundation today, and then I am going on top and setting that with powder. So I take this around the nose, on the chin, and of course right under the eyes, the most important area to use it. And then I follow up with my Hynt Beauty powder foundation in the shade Light Beige, which is a pretty perfect match for me right now. It has a nice warmth to it, which I am loving, so I look a tiny bit more tan since it is the summertime. Now, you can actually go ahead and apply this with the brush that you get in your Finale little full-size set. The flat top kabuki is my favorite way to apply it. So you're gonna see I'm gonna just dump some powder into my lid, push it into the skin, and then I'm going to use circular motions to help blend that into absolute perfection. It's easy, just do long strokes across the face and circular motions to buff it in. I first like to pat it though to get the coverage where I want and to really make sure that concealer we applied is set, and I apply that everywhere but right under my eyes. And then I'm following up with the star of the show, and you're going to see how quickly this takes away shine, how quickly it sets the under eyes. My favorite thing to do actually is take whatever's left over on my finger from the Duet concealer, apply that to the eyelid, and then set it with the Finale setting powder. Now, since my skin isn't particularly oily, and since I am using a powder foundation, I don't like to set the entire face, and I don't like to use a really heavy hand. I do, however, like to use the Air Blender brush, which is definitely an option to use this with as well. It's much more lightly packed. It's super loose. I like to use this to wipe away a bake from underneath the eyes. If you guys like to bake your under eyes, you can use that for it too. But today I just quickly took a little bit, dusted it underneath the eyes, over the eyelid and any areas that I applied concealer, and you can see my skin looks so beautiful up close. I went ahead and showed you guys how my skin looks once all my makeup is applied. I just went in with a little bit of blush, a little bit of bronzer, eyebrow definer, and a ton of eyeshadow. If you guys want to know what this is, let me know, or I'd be more than happy to do a tutorial for you. But that, you guys, so that is it. That is all about the Finale setting powder from Hynt Beauty. If you'd like me to do the same for the Lumiere setting powder, please do let me know. I think that deserves an entire video in itself. It is the more luminous sister of the Finale setting powder, but I really recommend that you guys try this. Once you try it once, you will get it, but I am showing you guys step by step in this video so you could see just how fabulous it is. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, drop me a line down below. I reply to every single comment, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I upload new videos here every single week. But thank you so much for watching as always. Don't forget to check out all of Hynt Beauty's social media down below. They are everywhere, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and I will see ya in the next video. Bye.